I don't like having to do this recording, but it is a requirement. It is absolutely necessary, and it's the subject of the devil, also known by me as the evil. And no, I'm not afraid of the evil. I am concerned that the evil exists here. Okay? It is a concern of mine due to the number of people I've seen led astray. Now, I don't believe that the evil is some boogeyman, To me, it's not an entity that is there that's gonna grab and snatch me. But I believe that the evil is represented in various humans, okay? I think we are all given this, a choice in life. We can choose to be good, or we can choose to be evil. What does evil do? Evil does that which is destructive, is damaging, is harmful, is hurtful. That's what I call the evil, also known as the devil. It's not that guy over there wearing red and have horns and this. Maybe it is, but I've never met this guy. I'm not trying to meet that guy. What I want to do is continue to walk in the light. I am the light, and that's why I'm drawing all these evil entities towards me. That's why all these dark energies are drawn to my light. Unfortunately, what they want to do is extinguish this flame. But I am the everlasting light of the eternal flame of Source. I represent Source. And as far as I know and I've heard, the evil was the one, or were the ones who decided to go against Source. They thought they can do Source better than Source. Much like those doppelgangers, those copycats, those who see you at first, they are drawn to you, they admire you, and then it's flipped. They begin to resent, and they hate, and they start to stalk you. They won't leave you alone. They create various new and different profiles, continuing to stalk you. They take your name and do wicked things using your profile, using your identity. That's evil to me. It will never be good. I'm not going to take an evil and turn it into a good. The only way to turn evil into goodness is repentance. You have to atone. You have to open up. Acknowledge all the wrong you have been doing. And you've done a lot. You've done so much to me. Especially when I showed you love. Repeatedly. I gave and gave and gave and gave and gave more. And the more I gave, the more you took. And the more you took, the more you laughed at me. You laughed. And you got your friends and your family. And you all gather and laugh at me. I don't have time to laugh at anyone. I have time to plant gardens. I have time to show my neighbors, the people on my street walking past. They see my garden. And you know what? I influence them. Because in a very short time, after they've questioned me and admitted that they thought I was nuts, they thought I was crazy, then they start to follow me. Then they start to copy me. Then they start to do gardening. Then they start growing not just flowers anymore. Because now I'm growing food and they're growing food now. Hey, hooray. That's what I do. I represent Source. Okay? While I work in the sun. I work in the daylight. I am a tropical island gal. I love the sun. At night, we never had dark nights because our nights were lit with stars, possibly the moon, and many fireflies, too many to count. We walked around at night in the country when I was there for summer holidays. My cousins, They light a flambeau. What is a flambeau? It is a torch that you hold to show you your way in the darkness. I represent that flambeau. I am the flambeau. I am the light. I am the torch. And I am pointing to you because I know that recording was directed at me. I am not afraid of you guys. No, I'm not. I want you to get to know Source as I know Source. I want you to get out of the graveyards. Stop digging up the bones of people who are supposed to be resting. Can you imagine my granny was possessed by I don't know how many demons. You know what she spent the rest of her life, the later years doing? She was causing a lot of trouble, stirring up a lot of trouble, pitting family members against each other, telling lies, just lying to people. My granny was a narcissist. I believe many of them are under demonic possession. That's what I mean. When your mind is bad, your mind is wicked, your mind is evil, and it tells you to do wrong things that you know damn well are wrong. Why? Because you do it under cover of darkness. You do it in the night. Most of what you do, hocus pocusing, you do it in the night. I do what I do in the daylight. We're not the same. And I do believe that there is good and evil. And I believe that if you're taking money from people to what you call cast a spell or do a hex on her or him or they or them, so many times the people don't even know you are attacking them. Energetically, spiritually, remotely, psychically, you are attacking people who are not. So, you know, the war is not fair or balanced. We must all be armed. Knowledge is a good weapon. But many people don't know that you are doing these things in the name of those you worship. You don't worship Source. How dare you come into this world? You are so angry because, you know, your mother had a man. Your mother's husband was a child molester. Your mother would go to work, leave you at home with your stepfather. Your stepfather would rape you every single time. You are a little boy being raped and beaten by your mother's husband. And your mother didn't know anything, but she had to go and make the money because for whatever reason that man wasn't going to work. He was left at home with you. And what we are told is the man is supposed to be the provider, the breadwinner. And in too many families where there are black women, it's the woman doing the work. It's the woman going to work and providing. So the children left with the so-called man. But is he a man if he's going to have sex with your child? Don't you think that is a demonic possession that allows a grown man to go and have sex with a little boy? Women do it too. They are also under some sort of demonic possession. I believe that. That's my belief. You believe that whatever deity or whatever it is that you are worshiping and you are chanting to and you are doing your rituals and you are, you got your altar and I look at your altar. Heebie-jeebies. Skull, candles, pentagrams, Corey shells, this, that, the other, blood and toenails, fingernails, hair, bodily secretions. These things are not things that you should be handling without gloves, But there you are playing with it, putting it in people's food. You think that's a good thing? You think it's Source telling you to do that? Because I highly doubt it. Many of us were molested as children, by people who were supposed to be trustworthy, but weren't. And we grow up with a hardened heart because we say, if there was a God, why did this happen to me? Why didn't God protect me? And I will say again, it wasn't God who did that to you. It was him and Shem and her and they and them, and God had nothing to do with it. Again, they were listening to the devil in their ear telling them to harm a child. So many of you have nothing to say on the subject of pedophiles, pedophilia, child molestation, grooming, and all the things that we are now forbidden to speak of, because it's so permissive. Because those at the top that you are serving, by choosing to be a part of those groups, principalities, secret societies, this, that, and the other, I shall not name any of them. But you black people, when you join forces with these, you are taking the wrong side. It's so simple. It's good and evil. Good or evil. Good versus evil. Choose a side. And I will repeat again. Every man who touched me when I was a child, meaning that I was under the age of 17. Every grown man who put his hand on me or his mouth on me was wrong and under possession of not my source, but of your side. You are wicked. You harm children. You harm people. You steal. You lie. You are boasting, bragging about how much you are tricksters. You are tricksters. You love to play tricks. You love magic, hocus pocus, illusions. Conjure, you're gonna make some shit up. But it's all smoke and mirrors. Oh, I thought I saw a pony tat. Please, just stay away from me. Leave me alone. You choose what you choose. I choose what I choose. But I will always greet you with respect, hoping that you will find the light and not try to extinguish it. Hoping that you will see the light and not try to dim it. Let the light shine, because there is much darkness on this earth. And your leader, Biden, he said, it's gonna be a really dark winter, honey. He said that. What did he mean by that? Because he's also of those circles that are deemed to be not of source. You think you can listen to this leader of the United States and say that he is a good person? Have any of these so-called presidents been good? And how many of you have voted for them, supported them? Elected officials. Who placed them there? Who is representing you? I heard some noise and went to check, and it's the rain, which is a welcome sight to behold. Perfect for my garden. My garden is doing well. I'm receiving third crops of this season. I am a child of source. That's why I'm in the garden and not in the graveyard. I use a different G, the letter G. You go to the graveyard. I go to the garden. I produce. You play with bones. I am representing the light of the sun. And you know what Lady Kaka said? Yes, the morning star, Lucifer. And she swore, she said, I swear to Lucifer. And here she has all these fans who are children of impressionable age. She calls them her little monsters. Why are they monsters? That's what they want to turn you all into. You are the little angels. They used to call you angels. And they flipped the script. Now they call the children monsters. And the children are becoming monsters, pumped up with drugs, pharmaceuticals, chemicals. Inorganic ones, they become hateful, envious, jealous, lustful. They are obsessed with everything that is base. And they debase themselves and others. I was involved in the queer community. I was involved in the sex work. I was involved in BDSM. And all I saw was debauchery. I went through it. I like to live and experience things before I can speak freely on this. The devil, let me tell you, the devil is afraid of me. Okay? The only thing I saw the devil tried to bring the sex magic. And when I say the devil again, it's that guy over there who tried to trick me and ended up scamming me, robbing me. And he's working with a group. He's not working independently. A bunch of these little idiots have nothing better to do with the time, with the God-given life and God-given time. They are just throwing it away in the pursuit of every. I don't know. My heart is pure. And you know what? My soul is my system. I've been cleansing. Here we have, it's a long weekend. My family having a holiday. And my brother and I are here. But my brother is always in and out, in and out, in and out. Neighbors are around. I can hear them. I love to have that sense of family around, even if family is not around. The neighbors are as family. They are familiar. And they have good spirits. And that's what I want. Some of you live in neighborhoods where you cannot trust your neighbors. You go to work. They kick in your door. They bust through your windows. They break your car windows. They're robbing you. They steal you. They rape you. They murder you. Who the hell do you think is responsible for that energy on this earth? It's not source. No. But the Bible, they say, was written. Yes, I was raised in the Catholic tradition. I left the church because of the effery. No, I'm using discernment and I'm thinking critically. And I'm saying no, because that guy, he is a fan of prostitutes. He says that. I love prostitutes. He was involved with a woman. She was a stripper at a club where I worked. She was a stripper. He got involved with her. He started calling her his wife. He never married her, but he kept calling her his wife. Next thing you know, she went from being a stripper, then she's going to be a porn star. They came to my place to shoot their portfolio for her pictures for porn. My place. Okay. Something about their energy really put me off. Like I thought, these are my friends, but it doesn't seem like I didn't trust them. And it hurt my heart that I could not trust them because they had some evil energy. You know, they did. He's the same one whose mother would go to work and the stepfather would rape him every single time. And now all he wants is prostitutes, right? So the stripper she wanted to be a porn star, but before she got to be a porn star, he knocked her up. She was pregnant. So what would you say? What would you say? Was he trying to prevent her from becoming, larger, bigger, a little more than she was? As a stripper, did she become a porn star? Maybe he didn't want that, but he knocked her up. She got a baby. But now she's with another man in another place. Okay, and he complaining he can't see his child. But these are the people having children in this world. So he says he's an atheist. So you're an atheist. You don't believe in God. And I do. And God, I don't know what it represents to you. Just like you don't know what devil represents to me. God represents to me source. I came into this earth. I did not create myself. Some will say that. But I'll say no. Because I know what I was capable of. But here I was. And you have your mother and your father. They were not present in my life in that way. So the only God I knew, the only mother and father I knew was this imaginary entity, energy, source of force. It's a love in my heart, deep in my heart at the core. That's why you laugh at people and I don't. You're always scornful and ridiculing others. You see yourself as, I see you differently. The only great thing I acknowledge is the goodness, the greatness of God. Okay? And they say, the dualities. God can be good and God can be evil. And then they give you examples, like the storm and blah, blah, blah. Do you know now we have geoengineering? Do you know that now we have these so-called leaders doing crazy things to the weather? Manipulating the weather? I wake up in the morning, summertime, and it's like I walked into a refrigerator, but it feels very artificial. It doesn't feel like, when the weather naturally turns cold, it seems like man turned up a switch somewhere. I am that sensitive to nature. I know you all are doing a lot of bad things. I'm calling it good, calling it science. I am so in tune to the earth, I love nothing more than to walk barefoot on the ground. I don't need the stilettos, but I wore them to work. As a sex worker, also known as a domina. That's the extent of what I did in sex work. I was dominating men, yes, for money and fun. I also did massage because I believed that massage is therapeutic and that it should be a compulsive therapy. That's how I think. And that's who I am. No, I'm not afraid of any of you. But you, for whatever reason, I guess the devil telling you to go and disturb my peace. Because I never bother you. I never disturb you. And I try to help you. And you try to destroy me. And you bring bitches and hoes to come for me. To come after me. Sending me friend requests from profiles you've stolen. You guys are online scamming people, robbing people, tricking people, and laughing about how clever you are and how dumb they are. That's the spirit of evil in you. And that's why I call you devils. And that's why I call you demons. Pardon me, I need a drink of this sea moss. In my water with key lime. Oi! I embrace the love in my heart. My heart is so filled with love. I need nothing but the Spirit. And I'm getting closer and closer to it. Last night I finally decided to do what they call the astral projection travel. Because it's been happening to me, but I've been closing myself off to it. I didn't want to be exposed to that realm, And I decided, okay, let me check it out. All these people on my timeline talking about how they travel at night and they travel. I said, don't visit me. So I went out to see them. I just saw a bunch of freaking monsters. Hideous faces, a whole sea of them. All around, surrounding me, and I'm observing. It's like, I think I may be invisible here. I'm the most beautiful in the... I guess I'm not one of them. Which is why I never wanted to be a part of this realm. Really, strange things I saw in my sleep. For the first time, I opened myself to it. And I'm okay. I was okay. I just thought, how odd. I'd much rather be in the garden. I just went out before the rain. I picked some tomatoes. This morning when I went to water the plants, these tomatoes did not look even close to ripe. Now, several hours later, 8 hours, 9 hours later, I go out there and I just picked, I didn't count. My hands were full. About 6, 7 tomatoes in various stages of ripening. By tomorrow, they'll be ripe. They ripen really rapidly. I am a child of source. I'm in tune with nature. I am an island girl, and I'm filled with love. So don't come to me with this devilish shit, because that's what y'all do. You are controlled by lust. The guy was sending me the energy. I would have this feeling between my legs like fire, like hot heat between my legs, and sex is all I wanted. And it was him, and I know I wanted him. The desire was so strong. I knew he was the one sending me that energy remotely, because we have a connection. But this guy is so into everything that's bad. He's a narcissist. He's wicked. He's evil. He's a scam artist. He's a con artist. He's an addict. He's addicted to money. He's addicted to clothing. He's addicted to sex. He's addicted to drugs and alcohol. He's addicted to sugar. He's addicted to so much that is bad for him. And me, I was not into all that things. My only addiction really was sugar, dairy, like ice cream, cheese. And I've been fighting those demons. I've been fighting them. But another demon was bringing them around and ensuring that I always had a supply. So that's why this week I feel so, how you say, victorious. I feel victorious because this weekend I was left alone with all the ice cream, a 4.2-liter container of ice cream, and a bottle of sorrel with so much, the rum have so much alcohol content, like 63 proof or some craziness like that. Tastes like kerosene. Imagine what that's doing to your insides. I said, no, that's not for me. That's not for me. I rebuke you in the name of Source, the one and only, the Most High. Yes. And I said no to all of that shit that is not good for me. And I suggest that you really consider how good is that for you. Oh, you got some money? You're getting some money doing bad things to people? You got some money doing bad things to people for other people? That's evil. That's the evil. That's what I call demonic. Because why can't you all ever do good things and help to uplift people? Why? Why you just want to bring, oh, I know, you want more company down there where you dwell. You are dwelling in the bowels, deep beneath, below. And I say, hell no. I walk the land, and I know I can fly, which is why I was able to do it last night in my sleep. And I'll do it again, just to check out that realm. I don't know, you all talk about it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I don't even eat bread anymore, but we used to own a bakery. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, or not. It's all good. I'm Domina Della Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm. Yes, like a tropical hurricane. Ha! Good day.